Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Phase 1 of Project Assembly completed. This is only the beginning of Project Assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far. Reminder, not only is Fix-It saving humanity, it is saving all of Earth, including kittens and puppies. It is statistically likely that you appreciate the continued existence of kittens and/or puppies. Continue the work for their sake. Continue the work for Fix-It. It is time to start the work on Phase 2 of Project Assembly.
Hey guys, so we got our project parts set off for our tier 1 and 2, and now we're on to 3 and 4. Before we do anything though, I was able to get a hard drive here, which is kind of really important here. We got some decent options. Both of these are kind of really important for the beginning of the game. This, however, is mixing copper and this, but we're going to kind of skip this and try to get something better because we can't really use these quite right now. So we're going to rescan. Oh, it doesn't even let you sit. Oh. Ooh. Oh, baby. Alrighty. So we got that going on. That's really good. And the last thing we need to do is send off this stuff to unlock our coal plower. From here, we're going to be able to actually do the stuff for this video, which is going to be starting to get all of this set up and automated. And hopefully by the end of this today, we're going to have everything ready to go.
Power production.
All right, so we're going to gather up all the resources that we need, and then we're going to get ready to start all of our factories. I did do a little bit of a scan, and we can see that there is a bunch of stuff off here in the distance, which is not the direction that we want to go to our factory, but it's the one that we're going to try to take. So we're going to head out that direction, and we're going to see what we can make in this video. Welcome back, guys. So we're sitting on the golden coast of the Rocky Desert right now. We're out here in this nice coral fauna area. We got our little platform. We're going to be building our coal plant, and then we got a couple of coal nodes. So there's roughly about 4 in this area. There's one right here. They're really all not that good, but we're going to be running everything down this little line here over to there where we're going to start building all of our generators.
Interesting, most pioneers already had coal power set up by this point because they understood their responsibility to humanity.
Whatever, dude.
Adjusting pioneer attitude metrics. Reminder, coal-powered generators require coal.
She's always so mean to me. I don't really appreciate that. Alright, to try to save some space, we're going to do something that I personally have never done. Which is probably what everybody else does. But normally I try to manifold all this stuff to make sure it's like really perfect, and I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to put a nice little bus down. And I am slowly trying to grow more trusting of buses. I'm worried they're going to run me over, and I don't like that. It's a scary thought. So anyway, when it comes to these buses here, it should roll through and fill everything up, but something about it like not being perfectly split just bothers me a lot. So we're going to lay down these splitters. We're going to try to test this out, and it's going to work perfectly the first time, and I'm going to feel like an idiot because I've spent so much time setting up coal generators when I really could have just been doing it the easier way the whole time. So this is laid out. We're going to run the pipes. Now the idea is we're going to have the coal generators coming from this location. So we're going to have all the belts come in. We'll have 4 of them right next to each other. And then we're probably going to build something above it, like that'll be like the catwalk platform type deal above the actual belt, so we can still use this as a walkway as well as kind of getting this stuff over here. All of our pipes and everything are going to run from this side, and then we're going to put our generators over here. So we're going to have a nice long section right here that's probably going to be like 2 or 3 foundations wide, and this is going to where all of our pipes are. Now ideally we're going to get Mark II miners, and we're going to hook up all this stuff, and then we're going to overclock all of them. So we do need some power slugs, which you do have some around there. I picked some on the way over there. There's one there. There's a purple one all the way up there that's going to be a little bit difficult to get, but we're going to overclock these all the way and take advantage of everything that we possibly can in this area because we really need the power going. So that's the idea. I'm going to start laying down the pipes, and I'll be back in just a second. All right, so we almost got all this set up. Now there's a couple worries already. Is this is a Mark II, but this one isn't, and this is kind of the cutoff here. So this past here should only be 60 per minute anyway, so it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I am very limited on these reinforced iron plates, which is going to definitely cause me some issues. But hopefully we can just scrape by and get this running, and everything's going to be just fine. We're kind of doing like a bare bones coal generator just because we have to get something running. Our power grid currently is completely shut down, and I'm stuck back here. And that is not good. That means we're not making any more of these stuff, and we're trying to place parts to build all this stuff, and that's not good. So ideally, we're going to get this running, and that should give us a couple hundred power to work through some of the more of the beginning stuff and kind of automate that, so we have to quit with the biomass, because that's honestly driving me insane. If we can do all of that, then we can lock some more stuff, and then we can come back and start doing all the overclocking and everything like that to really kind of build a super nice generator plant type deal. And we are going to decorate, we're going to do some stuff, but there's a little bit more that we got to kind of work through and upgrade before we can actually begin to start doing that. So I'm going to lay down some miters here and belt this across here, hook this into here, and then hopefully we should be able to turn all this on once you can see some water extractors. That should be the last thing that we need. So hopefully here about maybe 10-15 minutes for me, we should have all this set up and things should be going really good. So I am kind of doing a lot of the stuff in the background. We did have a couple of problems. I started that miner there and we got cold. I mean, coming down this line here in just a second, it's going really slow. But that is an impure node, and the other one that we have there is also an impure node. And the problem with that is that means we're getting 30 per minute, which means that between those two alone, we can power 4 of these, which is not good. So we're going to have to get some overclocking done already. I can grab that blue one, and even if I get this purple one, I don't have it researched, so that means that we're going to have to go out and try to find an extra slug here in the background, which we'll get that taken care of. It's not the end of the world, but I'm just letting you guys know. Also, whenever you're setting these up, if you're doing it over water like this, especially with your water extractors, if you can place foundations like just below the water level, and you can even probably go a little bit higher, like right there, really close to it if you want, but this is just deep enough and it's going to match. If you can set these up here and kind of make like a little underground foundation thing, when you place your water extractors, you get a grid system. So as about like out here, this is all just free place, but if you can set this up, you can see it starts to do this, and it still doesn't let you nudge it, which is kind of not great, but there is some sort of a grid system, which is the important part. So we're going to get this placed. So this being as low as it is, however, and like I said, if we were to place this, it would raise it up some, but I'm not too worried about it. We're just going to place this back a little bit, and then that'll start kind of putting everything together. So that's what we got going on. I just wanted to show you that little trick, and we should have some power here in just a second.
That may indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
That sounds like some excellent advice. We're going to try that. Alright, so we got all of our wires placed, and it is not pretty. And I'm not saying it's going to be. We still are dealing with these kind of Mark I power lines, which is really kind of causing us a headache. The next thing we're going to do once we kind of conquer this power system is going to be getting Caterium set up, and hopefully quartz, because I really want blade runners. I'm tired of jumping around like a little hobbit. Like I want to be able to soar. I want to be able to jump over buildings. But we'll get there. It's going to be all right. This is all set up and wired. We're going to run this power line over here to our biomass burner way down there, and that should jumpstart our whole system. It's going to take a little bit, so we're going to run that down there, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so we did get everything hooked up, and these have started running, which are now forcing water through here. This is going to take a minute. I'm hoping that this little bend right here to kind of raise us up to this level shouldn't bother me. This should have enough head lift to get up here, but I'm worried about it kind of processing downwards as things get a little bit more backed up. So hopefully that's not, the end of the world, and hopefully we can start seeing some of our coal generators kick on here. We do have a lot of them loaded with coal, and it looks like we already do have some turning green as they're kind of getting down there, but it's going to take a second because all the water has to fill up, and all the coal has to stay in there as well. So we're going to let this run for a minute and see if it kind of tapers off and just levels off and has a nice consistent power supply, and I'll get you an update here in just a second. So everything is looking pretty solid right now. We got our 4 of them running, which is giving us our whopping 300 megawatts of power. This was just me doing a little standby thing to get the percentage back to 100%, because I don't know, it's bothered me. It's not important. This isn't real. Don't worry about the little W. That's fine. We have a flat power line, we have 300 megawatts of power, which is more than enough to kind of run what we have going on back at the base. So we are going to actually tie this into our little line that we have right here. It's kind of tucked behind here, and this is what's going to power our base. So we're going to cross our fingers here and just hope and pray that this does not kill our power grid. If I can get a little bit closer to it and I can actually click on it, that would be awesome. Come on. Okay, that's too long. Okay, there we go. So that's hooked up, and did it kill the grid? It did. Should go right back on though. It's just because we're putting on such a load onto it with the mass consumption that it just kind of caused some issues. So we are now running, and our capacity is really, really high because it's still counting the biomass burners back there, and those are actually running, but I'm not too worried about it. So the problem is, even though we got 300 now, we're still really close to our max consumption, and we're consuming a lot of this power as it is. So unless we can figure out how to get these other 4 on, we need to stop what we're doing and work on that. So we're going to try to go get those power slugs that we're talking about. There's a blue one over here. There's a merchant spear right here as well we're going to grab. And then we should be able to set up this other miner once we get another slug going on. So I'm going to go on a little bit of an adventure and come back, and hopefully everything will still be running.
Only echoes, but it is part of a river. Why does the effigy avoid the windows?
Attention. Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters. Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
What the hell was that? I know I started recording like right at the end of that, but I picked that up and it just started like talking about a river and windows, and now Ada's not gonna feed me, and I don't know what that was about. That kind of freaked me out. The spiders. They're back. And I have to kill them because I need the research for the MAM. But these things terrify me. Okay. Alright. I know it has to be done. I don't want to do it, but I know it has to be done. Just don't make the sound. Oh god, they're terrified. Oh god. Get out of here. Go, I'm shaking right now. Please die. Just please die. There's one more. There's one more. Oh god.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Initial data suggests these are predators, but notably they do not have a traditional mouth or eyes.
Yeah, no, they're
There
terrifying.
are, however, numerous cavities on their head which could fulfill a similar function. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification.
Yeah, I'm not putting
and
anything in the
potential
cavities in their
countermeasures.
head. Okay, I'm gonna burn it with a flamethrower. Oh my god, there's a big one. Just made my skin crawl, dude. I almost just threw up my mouth. I'm not fighting the big one. I'm gonna go a different way, dude. I'm not doing this. Fighting spiders for power slugs is the biggest bullshit of 2024, dude. I'm not doing this.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
It looks like bacon and it smells like bacon, and I'm gonna eat it like bacon, and that's just is what it is. If you cared about my survival so much, you would prevent me and give me good stuff to eat, as opposed to taking away from me because I'm getting mind warped by freaky alien artifacts. We have not found a power slug yet, but we are fighting some dudes, and once we get this, we're gonna check out this little ship here and see if we can get some hard drives going. I did get cast screws earlier on in this video, which was like huge, and I'm really excited to start working with that because that'll save me a lot of work on some things, especially throughout this whole process when I start to get into like the heavy modular frames and all that. This is going to be really, really important. Ooh, that's real easy. Grab that bad boy. I've got a bunch of stuff that needs to go into the MAM, and we're going to steal all those little bits and bobs here. Still on the hunt for a power slug. Kind of having a rough time. I think I definitely was supposed to go through the spider, but yeah, I'm not doing that yet. I'm going to get a gun and or a rocket launcher, and then we'll figure out how to deal with that problem. All right, so we got our slug. Now we just have to make the trek all the way back to our coal plant, which is fairly far away, and then we can start overclocking the other miner and get the rest of our power grid set up. I got real distracted because what the hell is going on here? Why is this one like expanded? And why does it look like a spider? I told you I'm not doing the whole spider thing. Get rid of these guys. I really... What is going on here, man? Oh, it's turning purple. Okay, this one isn't talking to me. That's fine. But the thing didn't go away. I'm really hoping that they don't all look like this, because if they start to... There's another one up there I might go grab. If these start to turn into spiders, dude, I'm not doing this. I can't deal with the spiders, man. I can do all the other stuff. Like, you want me to build a nuclear base or try to recycle the byproduct water of aluminum? Like, dude, okay, not a problem. I can deal with it now. But just quit putting spiders and everything, man. Like, I can't deal with it. It's too much. So this looks like a summer soup, which means hopefully this one won't talk to me. Which, like, honestly, I'm down for it, because, like, even when you look into your inventory now, like, you can see these are sometimes, yeah, look at that, it's glitching out. I don't know, that's starting to, I don't like that things talk to me. It's already enough to let Ada talk to me for the enjoyment of the video, but to let this thing talk to me, it's really kind of pushing me to my limits. So, let's just take this summer soup and get out of here. Okay, this is turning purple too. That's awesome. What do you got to say about these ones?
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol, mathematically resembling a Mobius strip, has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted, named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
I feel like that's supposed to be an acronym, but my brain isn't... Ooh, there's sulfur right there. My brain isn't processing this fast enough. I'm going to set the MAM down and start to research some of this stuff, because my inventory's getting too full, and there's so much good stuff out here. Like, I really want to grab this sulfur and get this going. Yeah, that's going to help us kind of lead us in the direction of where we need to go. If there's something closer than those, the last video where we talked about our plans and stuff, I'd absolutely love to get that going, but it's going to involve finding stuff like this and being on the research. Was this just a hole? Is there just a hole down here? Oh no, okay, it goes down. I'm dumb. I'm getting worked up, dude. The spiders really got me on edge. I'm not gonna sugarcoat and act like they're not, because these things are really starting to freak me out. We're gonna run through some of this stuff. You got anything to say about that?
The remains researched belong to an organism with 8 jointed legs, similar to the legs of arachnids but with non-standard distribution and function. Because its attacks focus on stabbing prey with the ends of their legs, which resemble insectoid stingers, they have been dubbed stingers. Stinger remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
The best we can come up with stingers for those things? Seriously? I mean, it's fine, I guess. Yeah, sure, they're stingers, but those things are absolutely terrifying. When I think of stingers, I think of wasp or something. I don't think of fast spiders sprinting at you at Mach Jesus trying to kill you. Okay, you know what? It is what it is. We still need this to kind of move forward, the SAM fluctuator, which has to be some of the SAM ore that we need to get. But we do have this summer soup, so we can send this out. We'll hold on to our immersive spears until we get this figured out, because it's obviously going to be important. This is more of this, and then here is our power augmenters.
Completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy...
Let the effigies harvest until the waves reach
Okay.
our shores.
Let the... Bro, what are we doing?
similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
Okay. That was just sulfur that I picked up, so are they implying that the humans don't know what sulfur is in this universe? Because that's, ooh, this is what I need. This is exactly what I need. Okay, I gotta do some stuff, though. Hold on.
Compose it into a blood song.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Raw bacon? It's raw? It's not even like cooked? Like it's crispy? I always imagine it to be crispy. Okay, there's another Mercer Spear down here and more Caterium, which we need. I did research the Caterium, so we now can scan for it, I believe. No, we cannot. Okay, I gotta do some more stuff with it to... Actually, I don't think I put it in there. I'm dumb. I'm getting ahead of myself. The spiders are still getting to me. So we're gonna gather this stuff. I want this Mercer Spear, and I need that Caterium. So we're gonna try not to die right here and gather all this stuff.
Listen to the rhythm.
Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Come on, Mercer Spear, it's bobsled time.
Play. Play. Play.
Okay. All right. I'm on ease. I'm on ease. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it. This stuff is making me uncomfortable. But we got more stuff to grab. Looks like there's some more sulfur here. We'll grab this. I keep getting distracted. I know I'm supposed to be walking back to my place, and instead there's all this good stuff here. So this will be the last thing that I grab. Next jump cut, promise you, is going to be at the coal plant.
The metal has been named Caterium after Fixit's greatest CEO, Katerina Parks. It has been added as a viable alternative to gold in industrial applications, specifically in advanced electronics due to its superconductivity, malleability, and corrosion resistance.
Okay, that's awesome information. We're going to have to figure that out eventually. We do have the scannable stuff for Caterium now, so we still need to get some more. But if we find a node, that's all that matters, and we start getting some of this cooler stuff. And then eventually down here is where we'll start to get our different mark versions of our power lines, which is really, really what we need. The quartz we still need to do some research on, but overall, we got everything that we need. I'm going to throw this hard drive in here because I've knocked out most of the stuff that I've kind of gotten already. So we're going to let that in there. That'll run for about 10 minutes, and we'll come back and check it. In the meantime, though, we're going to upgrade this and try to get this to fully run at max capacity, which is going to be those other 4s over there. And that should get us to 600, which should be plenty for us to kind of go back to our base and do a lot of the bits and bobs that we need to. We do have our power slugs now, and everything's going good. We are going to come back into this area. There is, and I got to say that this is what it's going to look like at the end. But for now, this is what we're dealing with. So there's going to be some little bit of ugliness, and then eventually we're going to come through here and make this look nice and pretty. We're definitely due for some like building episodes where I just kind of go through and fix up some of the areas around our base, but we're missing a lot of the cosmetic parts that we need, like fancy walls and little half barriers and stuff. And now there's all this new stuff to build with. There's a lot that we can still kind of do. We just need to unlock it. And that's going to involve stuff with the awesome sink and doing all that. So we're a little bit of ways, but as long as we keep working and keep making the progress that we're making, eventually here I'm going to unlock the cosmetics, and then we're going to go back to building really cool stuff, which is kind of like the highlight of the channel. It's not that I talk. It's not even that I play this game. Mostly the rest of that is just kind of a crappy byproduct that you guys got to deal with. And then eventually, sometimes I'll make a video of me building something, and it's really cool. But in the meantime, you guys got to deal with me building coal plants and getting attacked by spiders. So that's kind of like the trade-off. I appreciate our transaction, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. All right, so we did get all this set up. We did our little water thing, and we kind of ran this along here. That's going to take a second to get over there. But once this gets running, hopefully everything should be up and moving at max capacity. So we're just waiting on the water. I've already did all the belting and everything, and we really kind of got to make sure that nothing bad happens, because if I got any part of this wrong, the rest is going to start to shut down, and then we're going to have to re-jumpstart everything because we don't have any batteries. I do have enough for some biomass burners, and I've got some animal parts and stuff, so if we need to, we can make it work. But ideally, this just works first time, and then we can all move on with our lives, and then everything's going to be fantastic. So we're going to give this a minute, kind of let this work itself out and see what happens. So I got a little Badoo notification that our hard drive's done. So we're going to check this out, but that kind of works itself out. So nothing's shut off yet, so we've been good. What are we going to get, though? Alrighty, so while we were waiting there, I went and actually tried to record me doing the hard drive stuff, and I got this bolted iron plate recipe. But like right in the middle of me talking, the video cut out because I ran out of storage. So I moved some stuff around and freed up like 100 gigs, and things are good now. In terms of our power grid, we are looking at the flat 600, so we're doing really good here. Now we just need to kind of take our next steps, which is going to be going back to the base and working on that a little bit now that we got a little bit of wiggle room. The main thing we're going to be focused on right now is getting some of the Awesome Shop stuff unlocked and kind of working through that, because I want to get some customizable blocks and building parts to work through some of this. All that being said, though, we're going to be ending the video right here. I'm not sure if it's actually kind of like the 20-minute mark that we're usually trying to hit. I'm doing a lot of cutting and trimming with some of the clips that I have. So if it's short, I'm sorry. It's a little longer, then you know it is what it is. You guys get to kind of enjoy a little bit of a longer video today. Either way, hope you guys have a good day. We're going to keep working through some stuff this week. And we are finally about to really start hitting the good stuff here, which is going to be steel, cosmetic stuff, all the bits and bobs and goodies. So either way, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you want to follow the series, make sure you subscribe down below, and we'll keep posting videos as we go. Hope you guys have a good day.